It all comes down to this. Game 5 of the grand finals of the XMG Captain's Draft 2.0 between Secret and VP. My name is SUNSfan, joined by syndereN. Is this going to fail again, loading? We'll find out very shortly. Here we go. Are you excited?
Absolutely got it. Yeah, man, this couldn't get more exciting than this, I think.
It can if they pick Spirit Breaker.
Okay. We've got a really good pool to finish off with, I think, as well. Lots of very fun heroes.
That one.
Hope to see a Meepo again out of Virtus.Pro. Or Team Secret on Big Daddy No Tail, of course. You love Spirit Breaker. Hoping for an Axe pick. And
yeah, Axe would be fun.
But also be nice to round it off with a Necrophos.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't mind Necrophos. He's been kind of missing in these pools lately, and I kind of like watching him. I don't know if I'm in the minority though.
I like that hero a lot too. I don't think he's boring. I think he's also fun to play.
Now he is. Because you know that people are crying when you ult with Ags. You know that they're crying to themselves. Something very satisfying about that. There are some... Actually, a lot of the intelligence heroes are not really support. We got Lich, Lina, Bane are the three that I'm looking at. The rest are kind of...
Good point.
Like Pugna I would never classify as support, although technically you could
Me
use
neither.
them as. I guess there's Sand King, ES, and Veno. So I guess there's a decent amount.
And a Baton, so...
Yeah.
We also haven't had a Baton for all. Jodam is in this game. I think VP will be all over that hero. He plays a sick Baton. I also think it's a decent pool for him, to be honest. There's a lot of single target stuns and slows that he can just get rid of. But do they have a... Is there a good partner?
Whoa. PA first pick.
Okay.
Is Axe like 100% pick right now?
He's really good against it.
It's really good.
A really good counter pick.
Even a Spirit Breaker, I wouldn't... Not to, you know... Because I know I wanted to see him just for fun, but against Phantom Sets, it's not too bad. Goes through BKB, doesn't miss on his bash, for the ult at least.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
It's good. I think VP might pick it, but they're not going to get it first phase. I think the Axe is a more likely proposition.
Lina Ags.
Huh?
Just saying. Lina Ags through PA.
Lina Ags is nice too.
BKB.
I think... I'm wondering if there's a good partner for Baton, because also I think they would have just got it now, but there isn't.
Wow.
So they're going to get Veno Bane, man. This is scary. I think Secret will grab a Baton for themselves. He really counters Bane nicely. Pretty good against Veno too, just healing people up, shielding them against all the damage. The one risky thing about a Baton is that they'll have melee support with a melee core in the lane, probably. And that means you can have a lot of potential running aggressively against them with, for example, triple range. Like you said, Lich is available, would be a nice third hero for that lane and farm the Veno, for example, or could look towards the Sand King Shaker. What would you pick now? I think it's a difficult choice. There was the Abaddon.
For Secret or for Virtus.Pro?
For Secret. I think Abaddon was really nice, and I agree with that. Okay.
Necro. I was actually expecting Necro for Virtus.Pro, so that's a little bit surprising. Who does Kuroki play? He plays both of those guys.
Yeah.
It could be a mid... I guess one of these is S4s, right?
Most likely. Unless if they run an aggressive trialing.
I think the time we've seen Necro picked for Secret, which was in the earlier stage of the tournament, I believe it was Kuroki playing Necro. Don't remember what S4 was playing, though. But that is really scary late game now. And, I mean, just Necro by himself. I mean, not to mention PA and all her crits and whatnot, but which he was nerfed slightly. Not enough to really mention. But Necro is probably the scariest hero to go against late game, I think, in the entire game, just because of disabling of buybacks and extra 30 seconds on the sideline. Timbersaw's a nice pick, pure damage.
Very good at killing
BKB's
PA.
picked up for PA.
Very good at killing Necro too. I like this a lot from VP. It's the final and deciding game, and I don't feel like they're drafting passively at all. You could call Lich a passive lane hero, but with this combination of heroes, I think he is there to win a lane and not to just farm. He's there to simply remove someone from the game as much as possible, and then they want to play aggressively.
I think Virtus.Pro wants Gyro here. That's like the only thing I can see. If they want to go crazy Meepo, that would be cool. But I don't think Meepo's good against Necro at all.
Meepo is not that good against PA Necro. That's like a really good duo against him. Just heavy single target damage and then remove him
and
out.
And Earthshaker now too.
Shaker good too.
I think it's a Gyro.
Gyro's nice. They could also just go all in and get something like... they could get G his OD, which isn't that good against PA though. The ult is extremely powerful, but you can't rely on your Arcane Orb hitting. Or you get the Morphling. I still think that's a fairly good hero here. There we go.
Okay, Morphling it is.
Now they can do Lich Morph mid, right? That's one thing. That lane is... They can't lose that lane. There's nothing Secret can put there that will win against it. Even if they... It's almost like they could try lane mid and still lose.
Okay.
So... Morphling will need to be careful with two things. He needs to not get lassoed, and if he does, he needs to Strength Morph instantly, so he doesn't lose too much health and get Necro ulted. If that doesn't happen, this is a really good Morphling game, because there's no single target silence, there's no really good single target lockdown apart from lasso. And PA versus Morph is a little bit of a special matchup, where PA, if she gets in close on Morph and they just start fist fighting, PA will win. But a Shotgun Morph can remove her totally from the game. She has a very low health pool, and it's not reliant on any sort of physical output at all, so the blur is useless. So, very interesting.
Well, I did pick Virtus.Pro to win. I think Team Secret's lineup's better. We'll see how little I know about the game. Despite what you just said, I really, really like Secret's lineup a lot. Looks like it's going to be S4.
But I have a feeling Secret are going to have a really difficult time in their lanes. The Lich Morph lane, as mentioned already, they can't win. Secret can't win against. Then you have the top lane with probably Veno Bane, which I also don't see them winning against. And they, to be honest with you, they also have bad heroes to keep Timber away in the off lane. What do they have? They have a Shaker and a Baton. He can just Timber chain across the fissure and no one's going to stop him, right? So, VP have a lot of laning potential. I like their draft a lot for that reason. If Secret, however, do get off to good lanes, I would totally be with you that probably mid-late game favors the Secret lineup.
I guess I have I'm tunnel visioned. I just look, okay, 40 minutes in the game, let's say it's even. Secret's lineup's amazing. And I feel like every game goes to that point, but it's not always the case, obviously.
If it's even 40 minutes in, VP has misplayed, I think. So, I think it's a lot up to themselves what they want to do here.
Alright, so Game 5 of the Grand Finals of the XMG Captain's Draft 2.0. Let's go over the lineups for Team Secret. Kuroki playing Necrophos, Puppey on Abaddon, S4 playing PA, which is very interesting, Misery on Batrider, and No-Tail on one of his patented heroes, the Earthshaker, with the Golden Totem. Very important to mention there. Looking for the bounty rune.
And on VP, let's see who gets the bounty rune. Sidois, forcing away Misery, it looks like. Oh. Who clicks fastest? Okay, Misery wasn't really trying. That's 100 XP and gold for Sidoi. And 100 XP and gold for the Necrophos offlane. This is really interesting. So, Sidoi will be playing the Timber bot lane. Mid lane is going to be, as expected, Jottam Lich together with G Morphling. And then top lane will be BZZ on Veno with Jarl Bane. They will be facing a Necro Abaddon lane. And the reason I think this is funny is there's this guy, I think currently he plays for BBC. The Balkan Bears, it's the team Weehaw plays in as well. I guess he's the more famous player from the team. He's #1 on the Europe ranking still, I think. This guy, I think he's called Pedrinho, would play Necrophos off lane and convince one of his teammates every game to play Abaddon. They would run this lane, and it's extremely difficult to kill. And you think you have the kill, and then you narrowly miss it, and then you lose a hero. And then the lane is over. If Necrophos Abaddon get 1 or 2 kills here, you just can't kill them anymore. So it's a thin line that VP are walking on this lane, and they need to play it very well.
Kuroki goes level 1 into Heartstopper.
They're going to commit a lot into
shutting
that down.
What do you think about PA versus Morphling 1v1 then, instead of a dueling like you thought?
I think Morph should win. Has the range advantage, and get more out of Bottle Crowing, I would say. He has a more powerful nuke. And I think that's the reason VP are doing it. They're realizing that this is probably a one lane without Lich, and then they give PA some more farm, but at the cost of what could be First Blood top. But nice TP from Shaker.
Oh, it could be a big block. We'll see. BZZ is going to be the target of choice. First Blood goes the way of No-Tail with the longest auto attack of all time on that Earthshaker. And yeah, that TP certainly paid off. PA was killed mid. Wait, who got First Blood then? Okay, Morphling got PA after that. That's a big kill, though.
That's a bigger kill. That's an even bigger kill. That's Bottle for G.
Try to force him away with Stifling Dagger.
Uh-oh.
He's going to run right into No-Tail with that newly First Blood. Doesn't have Enchant Totem or anything like that. Not that it would matter. It's a wooden stun. He's continuing to morph. 300 damage. They get him, though. He has no mana whatsoever. And that's a kill for S4. But, of course, he splits that XP 3 ways. So not quite the same impact
Morph is still
as
full level
solo.
ahead.
Indeed.
And the thing about S4's item build in this mid lane, he's got Poor Man's Shield first and some tangos.
Oh boy, Kuroki top lane, all alone. This is what happens. Oh, never mind, Puppy's here. Can't quite kill him. Actually, he stays very long, but we'll see if it ends up paying dividends. They're gonna get 1 kill out of it. It's a 1-for-1. Definitely not a good trade for Secret. No tail.
Oh my god, this is
Big Fissure gets a kill. How is this happening? No tail is everywhere.
And
he's been a part of almost every kill.
Abaddon died because he got the kill with Mist Coil. He got so low that he could die to Poison Sting. This is hilarious.
If he had denied himself, that would have been a huge win for Secret.
Mid lane G, laying down the law.
He's still out leveling pretty big time, although we just talked about 30 seconds ago, so chances that change is pretty unlikely. Bottom lane, we haven't talked about at all, by the way. So, Batrider versus Timbersaw. What do you think about this matchup?
Looks like a wash for now, and I think that makes sense. Both of them are just going to farm. Neither can really initiate very well into the other. If someone has an edge when the fight breaks out, it's probably Timbersaw when he is level 6. But until then, Batrider can stack up all the napalm he wants, but he will never get a chance to kill Sidoi. He can always just Timber Chain away, so he can play like this, which very few heroes can against Bat. Yeah,
good
he's
stuff.
going to have 10 sticks. He should just use them now, I think, to start getting more charges.
No, mid lane. I mean, we're looking at Secret Side. I'm so used to seeing them with such great gank potential, but Abaddon, obviously very defensive in nature. Gonna have to use a Photic Shield on himself. Stifling Dagger now on G. But I'm used to seeing like Mirana from the sideline, Vengeful Spirit, something with like a nice stun combination. They have No Tail and it's worked out really well, but I feel like it's just because No Tail is all over the place.
His rotations have been perfect. He's looking for top again. This is a less likely kill, I would say, because BZZ is now starting to play more passively, and when Koro is playing this aggressively, they know that someone's up to snuff.
Snuff?
And they're just pulling back. So this rotation didn't work. He might have also been spotted by this Radiant Ward, around, or this Dire Ward around mid, which will now once again come into play for G. I don't know, it's Secret are gaining a head start, which I think is perfect for them. If they can just play even in the early game, I think it's good. So the question is, for VP, how do you come back in this one? I think that one's a little bit trickier.
Oh, he's going for it, but the morph is there. As in the ability morph. and the hero, I guess.
He got his bottle back. He could go for this.
He's going to try. Waveform is up level 3.
Bane, yeah. That's
Yule,
a very,
Nightmare.
very dead.
Earthshaker Fissure's not going to be up by this time, and easy kill. Bane's going to get it. Not sure if that was intended or not, but either way, they get the kill.
And all of a sudden, Misery has taken over bottom lane. A little bit surprising to me how he suddenly got a 10 CS lead after they were dead even.
Experience still in the form of, or still in the advantage of Sidoi. See how big of a threat that ends up being. Puppy and Kuroki gonna take advantage of this.
He still has the sticks.
Sidoi.
Tango.
5 stacks, has his ulti, trying to chop down some trees. He's gonna fall. Misery though, if he trades his life, he's nice bottling.
Oh, that's close.
That's gonna be it.
He actually died because he wanted to sticky napalm, I think. Probably could have run in a straight line and lived, but that's really important for y'all to get back in that. And I want to say, this is not a lane Timber should be dying to, one-on-one. He overextended, he used his sticks too late, got into a pretty bad position for jumping as, that's not going to work out. Catches him on the wrong side. Counter TP.
They're not going to go any further.
Not interested in going for that one.
Jotum level 4. Man, Lich is just gaining so many levels. I mean, ever since they changed Sacrifice, we haven't seen him that much, honestly, but still a noteworthy change of the recent patch. Well, not this recent patch, like 3 ago, but either way. No Tail, level 3.
Rune on Shaker.
Yeah, if he was level 6, it would be a little bit better. Does he have Aftershock right now? Oh, he doesn't have Enchant Totem, so he's going full levels in Fissure.
This is the standard support build. And he's going to be looking for BZZ, and BZZ will feel very safe because he has this Plague Ward. It's basically working against him right now.
Bottom lane, Timbersaw takes out Abaddon. We're going to focus on BZZ. Gets the Gale off, but right click should suffice. Really another long range auto attack of the good old Earthshaker. Sidoi, who did he get a kill on? Oh yeah, an Abaddon, okay.
Got the Abaddon, and Misery is now heading down here. Soon has Blink. That's a very early Blink bottle boots. Triple Bs.
Sidoi doesn't have a whole lot of mana.
Oh, he misses
and he actually misses the Timber Chain. Lasso, not enough mana for it yet. Don't even think they need it. Okay, well, maybe they do.
Or maybe...
Another Sticky Napalm, a couple more auto attacks will do it. Photic Shield is there just in case. Defensive measures from BZZ. They don't want to reinitiate He could just go buy his Blink Dagger right now and use the lasso. That would be a big surprise factor for Misery. See if that ends up being the case.
Looks like
With
he's not
so much
thinking
defensive
about it.
capability.
Doesn't have mana for lasso yet, and even if he does, he doesn't have Firefly. I don't think they can kill the Veno with their combination of heroes, maybe. Since he can't
He's level
attack
6,
during
yeah.
the lasso, it's just to disable and nothing else.
That's true.
He'll be moving into the jungle.
Alright, looking at the farm, 37 and 10 on the Morphling versus the PA 21 and 4.
Not too bad
Definite,
for his farm.
well, it's still advantage, obviously, going Morphling, but that, as you said, is what's to be expected. G's gonna get a regen rune here, bottled up, and Misery's gonna get the bounty.
He's even going to get a jungle stack. He's going to be a very farmed Bad Rider. He gets 2 double stacks, as well as... No, he doesn't go for the triangle for some reason. Doesn't get the heart
You and
piece as
triangles, I love it. Mighty Ducks. You probably don't understand that reference at all, but that's okay.
Well. Yeah,
Just pretend you do.
I'm stupid like that. I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know if... Oh, okay.
Okay. It's a movie reference. It's okay. Kuroki level 7 at top lane. Timbersaw has transitioned to top. And, man, these supports are really getting levels, I have to say. I'm not used to this. Almost everybody has their ultimate now. Abaddon
it's very
and Lich
early.
the only two.
Surprising, Lich is going to be the last, to be honest.
Yeah, that's
Most
true.
likely. But yeah, Puppey is still ahead. Lich might overtake him right before level 6, but you generally see Lich getting level 6 as the first support in the game if there isn't a jungler. But
They're going to
in this
initiate
case,
on the S4, and Bane is here to finish him off if need be. Can he get in range? Double TP. Stifling Dagger
very
on
nicely
G.
played by S4, and now the
Notail
counterplay.
has the fissure if he wants to use it on somebody. No, Bane is way too far away. They're going to go for Jotum. Lasso's up. Not even needed. The crit is there. S4 gets Galed. It's only a level 1 Gale. TP's out just in case, but wouldn't have been near enough damage to kill him off. Just like that, another trade of 0 heroes for 1. Great trade all around.
Good trade.
Top lane, Yol still has Fiend's Grip because he wasn't in range last time.
Oh, that's a big kill if they
Timbersaw,
can get it.
Chakram not going to connect,
will.
but the Fiend's Grip is there. Chakram will be up in 4 seconds if needed. Not. It is not. Nice top
They can't
pass
let
going.
Kuro stand up here in free farm. It's really important he doesn't get to do that. It's if both PA and Necro get decent farm, they don't even need to be very high up. But if they get decent farm and Bat Rider has good farm, I think Seeker are looking great. It's a very even game for now, but with Morphling going Midas, perhaps that's going to tilt things in VP's favor, because there's no hero on the Radiant that can really do it. So that economic advantage will be going their way. And they're hard to push into too. We haven't talked so much about that actually, the pushing potential. Usually if you have a lineup with Abaddon and Necro, you're looking to push towers because of the sustained heal. But you don't really have anything on, or apart from that, they don't really have any good pushing tools. And VP have Plague Wards, they have Waveform, Situational, but Chakram is really good. So it will be difficult for Secret to take the towers. And then Morph can just farm with that Midas.
We have yet to see the Necrophos ult come into effect yet. Even the early kills, just putting somebody on the sideline for 30 seconds is pretty huge. In fact, it doesn't scale, it's just 30 seconds all around, so you could argue it's just as good early. Nah, that's not true. Late game's still much better in certain situations, but still 30 seconds on the deck is a pretty big deal in the early stages of the game. Lich just about to hit level 6. He's going to be the last one to do so.
That's
Top
a big
lane,
ult to get.
Echo Slam, Fissure, Enchant Totem. I don't think he has enough without some help, but Misery's here. No-Tail. Oh my god, look at the damage. The lasso, along with the Firefly. No-Tail better be careful. He's going to get finished off. Sadoy. Well, he's going to trade his life, but that is an amazing trade if you really think about it. Venomancer ends up getting a kill on Necrophos. Speaking of trades. And that's with the help of Morphling. So Necrophos getting pretty much nothing at the moment. Has treads and 600
I'm gonna
gold.
make this prediction. Whoever gets 2 towers first is gonna win the game. We'll see if that holds true.
Okay.
Because I think this game right now is so much about who gets to move around the map. And if VP are able to get this bot tier 1 anytime soon with Veno as well as the mid, they're looking so good for potential on the map.
Little
They're gonna
Fiend's
rip
Grip on Misery,
Nice
but a
fissure.
nice fissure on both him and BZZ. They're going to get the first kill and the second one to follow. The Poison Nova is used. It's going to force everybody out. It's going to heal Puppey a little bit, in fact. And away they go. Kuroki, though, he's here. Can they reinitiate back into this? Not sure if Fissure's going to be back online.
Chain Frost is available.
It's up. Jotum
On.
extremely low. And down he goes. So Sadoy is the only one up here. And there's the Necrophos. Oh my god, I thought that was going to be enough to finish him off, but it wasn't. G, he's trying to be cleanup crew. Abaddon goes down.
Got one.
In the end. Now it's a 1v1 versus Kuroki. This didn't end too well last time.
He's not going to get this kill.
1400 gold now on Kuroki, just like that.
And S4 wasn't there. So this means the mid tier 1 is going to take some pretty significant damage. Down to half. Top lane towers down to a third. And I was talking about VPs. If they get 2 towers first, they'll just keep pressuring the map with Veno and Morphling split pushing and just farm more than Secret will and get some key pickoffs. But on the contrary, if Secret are the one getting those kills, yeah, this is not gonna happen. If Secret are the ones getting the towers, they can roam with that Batrider and find kills, and Necrophos could just free farm. And that late game is gonna be a nightmare for VP. So towers so important in the next 10 minutes.
Lasso was so close there, but not going to happen this time around. And in fact, he has 1900 gold. You're talking about he's farming well. He's really farming well. He's going to get that Force Staff not too far away. G, with that Midas, has 2k gold. Is this a... You talked about the early shotgun. We'll talk about that in a second. We're going to have Initiation bottom, perhaps. Blink. Flame... Firefly Lasso. Sadoy. It's going to be tough to get out of this one. In fact, he goes down.
Yol was trying to help.
He was. I think he's going to be okay. They don't have a whole lot of mobility other than the Batrider. And without Lasso, there's not a whole lot you can do. I mean, Earthshaker, once he gets that blink, then you have more possibilities for diving the tower. But what was I saying? Oh, shotgun. You go right away. Lincoln's against Necrophos ult.
Getting Boots of Travel first.
Whoa! That's
Not
greedy.
sure how sold I am on this idea.
That is super greedy.
Gonna maximize his farm. He's definitely playing the farm game, no doubt about it. Oh, Nightmare. Just be removed by Puppey and then counter initiate. Here comes
Aquatic
Sadoy.
Shield is so good. Chakram not gonna hit its mark. And away Secret goes.
You know what, BZZ
Last time
is
I looked
putting some
on-
good pressure mid.
Oh, talk about Boots of Travel.
Okay.
Forget the Force Staff.
Um,
Is this a situation where he, I mean, I'm guessing he probably was just saving for it the whole time, but do you see Boots of Travel on Morphling and say, okay, maybe I should get Boots of Travel myself? Does that enter the minds of the players?
no, I don't think he saw them even.
He's been in the jungle this whole time, I guess.
I think so. And even then, I don't think that's the point for Misery here. He's looking. It's similar to Morphling in the sense that they want to be on all over the map. They want to do it for different reasons, but the logic is the same. They want to be able to help out the team when necessary. Misery want to help out by being the aggressor, and G wants to jump in last second and help for the fight. But this just ups his farm rate more than probably any other item he could get. But I think there would be a lot of potential in going either the combat build on Morph with Manta or a very fast E-Blade, which he could have got. Probably like 20 minutes he could have had one. Or maybe even less. And then just start killing people left, right, and center. But at this point, I wouldn't recommend E-Blade. Then it's going to be too late. Now it's probably the combat path we'll be taking.
Misery taking some stacks from Morph, who replicates back out into the base to gain some much needed mana. Yeah, I'm really interested to see what this next item's going to be. Boots of Travel into something, obviously, but Kuroki, I was hoping he'd go Blink. Thank baby Jesus. Love Blink Dagger on Necrophos. Get in good position, get a beautiful ult. I mean, he really needs to hit level 2. That ult is, I'm not going to say it's garbage, but they have to be extremely low for it to actually get the kill. Fissure coming out. Sadoy biding his time. He's going for a Bloodstone. It's going to be a pretty late Bloodstone. What is this? BZZ.
Speaking of items, no tail.
Blink Dagger? Getting
Very
close.
He's gonna get it now. That's a 16-minute Blink Arcane on a support shaker. Exceptionally
always finds
fast.
a
He's
way.
also been in 11 kills. This has been a very good shaker performance. He's been playing very well all night, to be honest. I think he's been very solid in all the games. Correct me if I'm wrong. We had him on Tusk.
No, he's played like
game.
garbage. Yeah, he's been good.
No, I think he's been the standout player, if you had to choose one for me.
Yule Scepter picked up by Veno, and that's going to be a great counter to the Batrider, who I think needs to go BKB in response to that. Obviously, Yule's is good no matter what, but something to keep in mind for these fights. As VP is smoked up, looking for a gank. Maybe they just transition to a tier 1.
If they are already down here when Secret sees them, the tower is gone. But it's probably just going to be a trade for top then, which has 400 health. So, tier 1 trades. Mid lane, I don't think S4 can really threaten this tower. There's 2 Plague Wards delaying him quite a bit, pushing out his wave. As he is even going to join bottom, and he will be going the combat build. That's the ultimate orb. Most likely looking for Manta first. Unless he could
be a
also
Linken's
get Skadi,
technically.
or Linken's. I like the idea of Manta here against Batrider. If you pop it fast when he blink lassos, he loses his target, and you can just turn around the fight. But alternatively...
You think he ends up going BKB this game?
I don't know.
I feel like one of the two is needed, Linken's or BKB, against Necropos.
Linken's really good though.
I think so.
It's good against Bat until he has a force and then he can break it. But Stifling Dagger.
The initiation onto Sadoy. Echo Slam being popped into Enchant Totem. Yul goes bye-bye. That's the first Deathless engagement. Sadoy, beautiful Chakram, dealing so much damage. He does find his way to the grave, however. BZZ, chopped down by Big Daddy No-Tail. Jotum has no mana to speak of, but it's not going to matter. Here comes Necropos ult. Bye-bye. That is a 2 for 4. Morphling the lone survivor for VP. Boots of travel not strong enough, I guess. KuroKy level 11 now.
Oh boy, Radiant took 2 towers. You know what that means for the prophecy.
GG guys. GG.
Yeah. The thing is, the way this game is, this isn't just about the towers now, so it's a little bit unfair, because the game isn't even apart from the towers. Secret also have a lead on top of that, so...
Alright.
If it were just a flat-out even game on Golden XP, I still think the map control, just this early map control, will be such a big snowball factor in this particular game compared to a lot of others, but... Well... If VP can pull it back, they're definitely at a pretty significant disadvantage right now.
Batrider, and Lasso's not up for another 10 seconds. Can you explain this to me? I don't think it really matters if he doesn't pick any of it up, but it's just weird. KuroKy went Blade of Alacrity. It's going to be in Aghanims. I feel like that's the last thing you pick up, but if it's going to be sitting in the base, I suppose it doesn't matter. That's really weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I have no idea. That is really odd.
Maybe it's like one of those auto-buy things that he has bound, and that's the first item listed or something like that? Is that...
Possible. Well, you could say, like you said, it doesn't matter. If he wants an item, he will get the orb first, but...
Well, he has that on the courier right now as well.
There is no advantage to buying this for him. Unless if he thinks the armor is going to be better than the health of Ogre Club, but it won't. And the attack speed is still worse than the int. But as a hybrid item, it gives both defensive and aggressive potential with armor and attack speed. None of the others
yeah,
do.
look at that attack speed. Oh wait, he doesn't have it right now.
No.
It could be benefiting him greatly if he had it in his inventory, for sure.
That's
There's going to
definitely
be a defense here mounted for VP. Tower is not quite deniable.
position time for G.
Secret's going to leave it.
Has the money for his next part. Buy the Yasha or either the Perseverance or a second orb.
We'll see if he buys Purse here.
No.
Nope. There's the Battle Fury.
Suddenly for S4. So this is going to close the gap on farm. You can see G is still pretty far ahead by about 2,000, but the following 3 trailing behind him are Secret heroes. And PA will be starting to catch up a little bit, I think, with their map control. With this top tower being gone, S4 can start farming the Dire Jungle. This is pretty important right now, the economy battle, as there's not much else going on for now.
Yeah, both teams know how crucial this game is because it's a
G.
do or die. G gets initiated on, but he's going to strength morph because that skill is absolutely ridiculous. Echo Slam used on top of it. Can they get a big crit? Is it going to matter? He is still alive somehow. S4 in the meantime, not so lucky. Goes down to Sadoy. No-Tail. Extremely slow thanks to BZZ. Morphling. Did he use a replicate or he just waveformed out? I'm not sure. Lich ult flying out. Jotum's going to go down to the KuroKy ult, but he's going to fall shortly after. It's a 3-for-1 disastrous fight for Secret overall. As Abaddon gets slept. Misery, is there anything he can do for his comrade? Don't think so. And that is 4 kills going the way of VP. Could they get more? I don't know. Misery's Firefly is about to end. This will be close. We can get a couple more spells upon him.
He's out.
Now he has absolutely nothing but Blink. TP.
Oh, if Sadoy tried to chakram, they would get the kill. But I thought Misery was out. Still, that's so huge for VP that G gets out there by the skin of his teeth. If he dies, the follow-up 4-for-2 would not have been that disastrous for Secret. But Morph staying alive and getting back to farming very fast This is very, very important. That's a pretty big swing. That's a 5k loss. Holy shit, they actually lost 5k on that? Was there a streak? Oh yeah, Kuro had mega kill, and that was given to Jotum.
That's two ultimates from Kuroki that have been... He kind of has to use them on like support heroes that don't matter that much. Yeah. Especially once... I mean, Lich already used his ult. His effectiveness in the fight has gone down drastically as a result, and unfortunately it's the only target of choice that he had.
Well, Secret should have probably just cut their losses, to be honest. When that kill didn't work out and they lost 2, they could have... You know, they chose to go in again with Kuro and Puppey on the Abaddon. And Batrider was already pretty drained on resources, so they essentially took a 3-on-4, a little bit reminiscent of that fight we saw in... Was that game 1? I think it was, where they had a hero die, and then they still tried to fight outnumbered without the best sort of initiation angle, and just lost more. It was kind of the same play here, where sometimes you just gotta call it a bad fight and get out.
But without BKBs right now, on VP, this is where Necro gets super scary. So Ags is done. He has the blink, obviously. Level 2 ult. Can pretty much take most of these heroes down when they're somewhat close to half HP, except for Morphling with that Linken's. And what do they have to pop the Link? I guess they have Stifling Daggers, like the best possible spell to use. Or Mist Coil is also excellent. They actually have a lot of things to take it off. Tier 1 tower taken out.
I'm not that big of a fan of Linken's this game.
Do you think if he goes Linken's, he kind of has to go BKB too? Just so many spells.
But I don't think he's going to go BKB next. He's going to go that as the 3rd. This tower, does Secret really want to try this? Looks like it. There goes the Linken's to Stifling Dagger.
Popped. He's going to jump in, morph to strength a bit. This force still has a Photic Shield. Whoa.
Now Misery could find an opening. Oh, nice Plague Ward. Preventing the blink.
Those things are so annoying. Well, they get the Deny Tower, so that's definitely something. When I hear Adaptive Strike, for some reason, as we're going to see it here yet again, is G actually going to go for this? No. It just sounds very similar to Ethereal Blade. I'm like, no fucking way is Ethereal Blade. So similar. Ice Armor's available. They can get Roche. Do they have a medallion? Actually, Ags! Almost complete on BZZ.
Yeah.
Does he go Blink, you think, after that? Or a Veil?
He really should. Blink.
That is a
Just
lot
needs
of
to get
damage.
in over the top of them, because the crazy thing about Venom with Blink is you blink and you ult, then you've done a lot in the fight, right? But at the same time, the enemy team can't really ignore you after that. They still have to take you out, or else you're going to be annoying with Gale, with multiple Plague Wards, just keep on slowing and dealing a lot of damage over time with Sting. So the vast majority of your potential gets unlocked in the beginning, but you're still not a nobody after that. And I would say that's great, because that opens up space for the Morphling, it opens up space for the Timber Saw, especially if key abilities need to be used to kill that Venom, like Fissure, maybe even an Echo Slam, or the Reaper Scythe would be the absolute grand prize to force out by the Venom after using ult. So, I would say, yes, Blink, best item. Yeah.
Alright, they're going to go for Roche. It's going to cost them a tier 2 in all likelihood. And there's the Medallion. Not the greatest Roche lineup, but they do have Ice Armor, they do have Medallion. That's enough. They fortify to delay this as much as possible. They can morph all to Agility. And there's the Ags. And what level is his ult now? Level 2. Very powerful. It's actually, I think the damage scales as well, so it's a level 3 ult right now, essentially, right?
The Necro?
No, the Veno.
Oh,
the damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so then after that just gets so scary. So it's essentially he's level 16 right now. He's gonna have Initiation, Misery, can't quite get the lasso off, and his 4 steps out. TP support on the way. Venom not a whole lot of ability. Nice Fissure. Gonna block everybody
right when he throws the Timber Chain as well. Didn't even get in.
Good old No Tail. What's he going for? He's going for a 4 step for himself. Pretty close to finishing that up. Alright, 2,500 gold for Morphling. This is going to be the moment of truth coming up shortly. Without Aegis, or with Aegis I should say, don't really have to worry about buyback too much. He's a great Aegis carrier as well. That should definitely be noted.
Yep. Are there any
here we go.
BKBs
Batrider's starting to go
yes.
BKB. Yeah, he's starting to
EA
go
almost has hers, Batrider almost has his, and G should be seeing this. Probably, if he's seen the Ogre Club on PA, or she obviously will go BKB in this game, she has to. But once again, I don't think E-Blade is the path to take at this point. I think the combat morph is nice, and try to shut down the Necro, although if Necro doesn't want to BKB, then E-Blade has a lot more value.
Oh, if he gets a TP, this is going to be a big ult, I think. Okay, he
Blocking
just
them
fissures
off,
and
being
runs
annoying.
away. That is a sweet-ass looking fissure, by the way. Love it. Just a bunch of coins. Alright, tier 1 tower in all likelihood is dead. What does Secret get out of this? Nothing at the moment. They're going to start to push tier 2 bot. Venno steals that last hit from poor Morphling, who needs to Midas desperately. So he replicates the mid lane to do just that. 3,500 gold on him. That's 1,000 gold.
I'm really surprised if people just let Secret do this. Looks like they might. No, Yol is going to go in now, but then...
There's no Fortify either. Here's initiation, double TP action. Yol, he's going to go down before he can use any spell. Venno ult. It is Ags, like we talked about. S4 pops his BKB. He's going to TP out. It's going to get canceled from the Chain Frost. Blinks out, trying to get somebody. BZZ taking a crit to the face. Does S4 go back in is the question. That's a 10-second BKB, mind you. Misery has Blink available. Nice Blink from S4 onto Kuroki.
Oh, they have no idea he went there.
They're going to be looking for more.
They
can't find anybody.
What an
escape. Blink after Misery. And S4 can go back in now, although G's right behind him.
Yeah, G's gonna want this fight for sure.
Oh, G. It's gonna take a lot of damage. This is enough. It is! The Necro ult goes down, but of course that is the Aegis. So none of the extra benefits from that Reaper Scythe will come into effect. And I believe Echo Slam is still up and available. So No-Tail wasn't able to maneuver himself.
This was a really good skirmish from Secret. Very well done. They got the kill. They almost got the tower. They saved the PA with a really nice show up from Kuro, giving the Blink Strike. And then they do bait and morph again, get a free kill, and just back out. They lost nothing. One BKB charge, if you will, on S4 was the trade-off there.
Keep in mind, as the later the game goes and the BKBs get less and less effective as far as duration concerned. Correct me if I'm wrong. Venno ult, if you use it before you, like, Venno ult is used, you BKB. Once the BKB is up, the Venno ult continues, correct?
Yes, it should stick through.
Just double checking.
And that also means that the soon-to-be Aghanim's on Timbersaw is going to be really scary. This hero does scale very well into late game compared to what he used to, just because of that Axe change and nothing else. It's just twice the damage on that skill, right? You just throw 2 and you have the Mana Pool and you have a Bloodstone. So, let's see, how far is it away? It's just, he is 1,200 away from the Axe completed, 1,100 at this point. That's going to be a huge pickup. Then it's just a matter for VP about living through the burst, and then he can start wrecking shit. He's going to deal massive amounts of damage. Level 3 Chakram now as well.
And you're right about G. He's going for that Manta, unless it's an S and Y, which would be fitting for this tournament, obviously. S4, still 9-second BKB.
Mediocre on Morph.
Why? It's a great utility item. And we have a nice offensive ward from Jotum into the enemy jungle. There's the BKB finish for Batrider. So the Yules, I don't think I've seen a Yules cancel the lasso initiation. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I don't think we have.
But now we probably will have. Yeah, we probably won't see that now for sure, unless it's later.
I don't think it's the only merit to getting the
Yules,
though.
Of course.
For BZZ.
I love it.
He gets Veil over Blink. I still think Blink would have been. This is greedy, right? Because now there's the risk that he can't get the angle. And I would say for this kind of game, I think it's more valuable to have a reliable, powerful ult than an unreliable, ridiculous one. He's got great synergy with Lich, of course, with this, and to some extent Morphling and a little bit Bane. But Timbersaw doesn't really do that well with the Veil. Because it's mostly pure damage all the time.
Misery pops BKB, looking for the lasso. He gets the Veil and the ult off does BZZ. Kuroki looking for an ult. Does he actually want to use it yet? Echo Slam coming into effect. G at half HP, morphing up strength. Venomancer is the only casualty in this engagement so far. Puppy pops his ult, getting healed thanks to that Chain Frost. Zadoi gonna Timber Chain away. Looks like he's gonna be okay, at least for now. G going back in. Kuroki, I think he used his ult. Who was that on? It must have been on the Bane, I suppose, but Morphling ends up falling to the deck. Look at S4's crits, left, right, center. He Timber Chains to a melee tree, basically, and ends up denying himself, which is nice in its own right. Jotum versus PA. Who wins, syndereN?
I think Jotun has this. Tranquil boots are really good armor versus PA. Very survivable.
They do have Fortify,
That was
but
gone.
I think he's going to get this.
That was still a really good initiation from Secret. And VP getting a 4-for-4 trade in that, I think they can be happy with. They're still going to lose their towers, so Secret do come out ahead. And, well, I was just criticizing the Veil, but that really did work there. He got in regardless, had the time to get the Veil off.
And Veil's another spell like
nice.
Veno ult that it obviously it doesn't do anything while it's BKB'd, but the duration stays in a similar fashion. So once those BKBs get less and less effective, it's going to be a pretty big deal overall. Who did Necro ult? Was it Bane?
I think
you see
he
that?
might have Necro ultied the Morphling, who then had Linken's on.
Oh, that could
I'm
be
not
the case.
sure, because I don't remember seeing the Necro ult killing anyone. Because if it did, there would have been a Reaper Scythe icon on their death marker.
That's
I don't
true.
think he got anyone.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. So it could have been the Lincolns, it just could have been not enough for the kill at the same time.
Pretty sure it was the Linken's. He tried it on G before he replicated out. Now has the Manta as well. And the Timber...
Misery wants the
I think this is
initiation, gonna put
biggest
Sidoi on
item
the
pickup
cliff.
So far. The Eggs on Timber is huge.
No tail. Fissures here as well. Enchant Totem. Bane's pretty close. I'm gonna leave him alone. Did he have Ags Timbersaw in that last fight?
No, he just got it.
Alright, so now
And as I was
that
getting
changes
at,
quite a bit.
it doesn't have good synergy with Veil, because he deals almost exclusively pure damage. Actually, exclusively if the Whirling Death is with a tree nearby. But it's not just that. Obviously, he deals more damage now, right? Screw the synergy with Veil. He also farms faster. So he can start working on a very much needed Shiva's Guard. I think that would be really good against Secret's lineup. Although, Secret themselves are also getting some really big items. Almost Abyssal now on S4. Has the Relic. He's probably got it after this camp. He needs 2950 for that Basher.
Does he buy that without having buyback available to him?
I think so. I think he will. There's no big risk involved. They won't be losing Rex if he dies, as long as they keep fighting on VP's half of the map.
If they had a Meepo VP, then that would be a different story, I suppose.
Maybe.
So we have
There
the
we go.
smoke.
That's
Misery's
Abyssal.
been
They're gonna
initiating
find-
every
this is
single
a
time. He's
big
going to find
pick-off.
Sidoi. Kuroki wants to get off a nice ult. They don't do that much damage right now. Here it comes. Bye-bye, Sidoi. No buyback for you. You're on the deck for 74 seconds. A nice chain frost, but there's some creeps to tank it up. Echo Slam popped on 2. Here comes S4. Nice Yules by Venomancer, going to keep him alive. A little bit longer, but the crits almost destroy Morphling in one hit. BZZ takes a crit to the face as well. Yul on the run. We have a buyback from Venomancer. S4 wants to continue the pressure. Misery not so sure. Going to back up for now. Puppy and company going to play it safe. There's the Abyssal Blade officially. This could be a big surprise factor. They can go back in. No, never mind. It's not a surprise factor anymore. Plague Word's
They might not have
annoying.
seen it though. He's only shown it for like 3 seconds.
True. I just assume that they're
This is
constantly
the
clicking. now.
hero VP can't get caught out, I think. Or there are two. It's Morphling and it's Timber. They lose
Go
the
for
fight
Roche.
with Timber dead to Necro. He has to either survive the Necro or die to something else, basically.
Alright, S4 takes this or Kuroki? Your thoughts?
I would give it to Kuro, I think. S4 is probably not going to die the way this is going. Yeah. As said,
There you
they
go.
give it to S4.
No, I agree. I think Necro's one of the best, well, maybe not one,
He's
but
a really
very
good
good
carrier.
Aegis carrier. PA is not that bad.
No,
Especially,
she's
but the
really
problem
good
is
too.
she has BKB. It's another 8 second. She didn't even use it in that last fight. Holy shit!
S4
So
can
9
just
second
play
BKB
aggressively
still.
now. The difference is he can force a reaction by going in, because they have to deal with him, and he just doesn't use BKB on his first life. And then afterwards he pops BKB, maybe the Abyssal, on his second life, and then he's really dangerous, so... I understand the logic. I think it's good on both. It's really
Fissure
depends
onto
on what you
Yul,
want.
and oh, nice Yules, but just gonna go on a limb here and say that Bane is dead.
He doing what he can
There
bot
go the
lane.
Plague Wards.
Good split push.
Got him getting close to a mech.
Someone was porting, but got
Pretty late
cancelled.
mech.
Who was that?
Not sure.
Puppy cancelled his port to bottom. This means G will be getting this tower, and I don't know if Secret can just get in here. They're gonna try.
Oh, they're gonna jump in. Abyssal Blade. Venomancer's gonna be dead before he can get anything off. In fact, Venomancer goes down to the Necro ult. That's 105 seconds on the deck. S4 still has the Aegis to work with, and the BKB already popped though. Gonna go for this tower now. Morphling still bottom lane. Fortify is not up. This is gonna be at least the tower, if not more. Can they defend without a Venomancer who didn't pop any of his skills? Because he was completely permastunned. They're gonna try to go for the range racks. Adaptive Strike's really not gonna be too scary at this current point in time. Range racks. Gonna be the first to go down in all likelihood. The Lincoln's is down. Here comes the jumping again. Beautiful Echo Slam on 3 into the fissure. They completely blow up the Lich. Bane buys back immediately into the game. S4 trying to get as much as he can with his Aegis. They're gonna clean up. Morphling the only one alive. Bane bot back. This is gonna be a full set of racks. Can Secret do it? Could this be their first tournament win as champions, as a team, with Misery as their new stand-in? They're gonna go directly top lane. 53 seconds still on Venomancer. This is fucking ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Unbelievable. That one jump just won the game, probably. They're gonna get 2 lanes of racks. There's kind of no counterplay.
Oh, Lasso's up again. Oh my god, this is sick.
And it's just... It looked like VP were gonna hold that defense, but that beautiful jump from Misery just set up the fight entirely. He found one of the key targets. Veno is another really good one. I was talking a lot about Morph and Timber. Veno, well, in a way, just as important, if not even more important than the Morphling at this point because of his defensive item build. Veno deals more damage. Taking him out for 100 just enables them to go in easily here. They still even have the Aegis. They didn't even get S4 killed. Played with all the confidence in the world because VP just didn't have the damage there. Now
S4 still has the Aegis.
He's now going to get an MKB as a desperation measure.
Morphling?
Yeah, I feel like he's really paid for his item build this game. It's taken too long, simply, to come online.
The Boots of Travel was super risky.
They're 2 lanes down, and this is when he's starting to deal damage this game, it feels like. It's too late.
Puppy's gonna get a haste. Aegis is up for another 2 minutes. They could do this all over again and just get megas. Like, there's nothing stopping Secret at the moment. The MKB is going to be a surprise, but we'll see how much difference it actually ends up making. Obviously not an item you want to get on a stats-based hero like Morphling. If he gets jumped, they know he doesn't have buyback. There's no way he has buyback.
The question is if VP want to try to fight at this tower. They still don't have a blink on Veno. It's going to be really hard for BZZ to get in and get that ulti off.
This looks familiar. This looks like TI2. Smoke underneath the tower, but Secret's a little bit farther this time. They're going to get the tier 2.
Patience from BZZ.
Patience from BZZ. Is that the imitation of LD?
Could this be? Could this be the counter?
This is going to be the last stand for VP if they can't take this.
To his own
No
team.
Tail is going to get 4 staffed. He gets the Echo Stomp on 3 heroes. 2 get blown up right off the bat. G trying to do as much damage as possible. All he gets is the Earthshaker. Puppy and company trying to do as much damage. Getting that Necro. Oh, that's it. He cannot buy back in the game. Secret are going to be your fucking champions. I don't know why I said fucking, but that's the way it's going to be. Oh my god. What a game played from Secret and VP. This was one of the most entertaining series I have ever cast. Congratulations to Secret. Winning 3-2. They take it the distance. Oh man. What a series.
Wow. You were right about pretty much everything apart from a few things. You said 5 games. You said VP were going to win, which was wrong. You did call VP was going to win last game, which was also wrong, and against your original statement of 5 games. But apart from that, you were spot on today. Great prediction.
Thank you. I'm always
good. What
good.
A sick game, though. You gotta say, I really feel like when we cast, I feel like No Tail really comes up big in these games. He played such an amazing Shaker this game. He pretty much sealed the whole early game, which is what propelled Secret into a good game. Previous games, same story with Tusk, really kept them in the series, and he had to really perform in the last 2 series, and did he do it? And the rest of the team just followed through. Everyone played a really good game in this one. But, wow. Crazy. You gotta say, these were the right 2 teams to have in the finals, and anyone is the right winner for me of this series, to be honest. Really.
What
really
a diplomat you are, syndereN. Yeah, this was well played on all counts.
We're just on another level
no,
today.
No, not at all. It was very even.
This could have gone either way.
Absolutely.
A great series.
All right, so this is the end of the XMG Captain's Draft 2.0. We hope you enjoyed. I have a lot of thanks to give, so you might want to go first, syndereN, if you want to say any last words, that is. This is not the time for silence.
No, it's not. It's good if you say something, though.
Well, I have a lot of things. You want me to talk for a while? I can do that.
All right, thank you everyone for watching. It was a great tournament. Here comes SUNSfan's epic monologue. Enjoy it.
Well, correct me where I'm wrong on this first part. So we're going to be doing a threaded.
Reddit?
Hey, that's pretty good. A thread on Reddit for feedback on this tournament in the next couple days, I'm assuming. I mean, it's mostly up to you when you want to do that.
Yeah, one of the next days, including I believe we do combine that with an AMA as well. If you guys have any questions outside of the tournament, but it's both things.
All right,
We've promised it. We will deliver.
Yeah, we'll do it. That's one of our stretch goals, right? Get feedback on the tournament. All right, so thanks to the sponsors first and foremost: XMG, Logitech, 100tb.com, Crucial Ballistics, Need for Seat, and Twitch. Without you guys, this tournament would not have been possible. Also, the artists: Random Smiley Face Guy, Automatic, C Lee GFX, Color, George, Kunka, Trunk TH. Thanks a lot. I mean, you guys made an amazing. Well, not just them, but because Color and them did like a lot of the graphic stuff, but a lot of the cosmetics that helped this tournament reach the prize pool that it did. That's also obviously thanks to you guys. You guys have to understand that when you get established artists like Kunka and Random Smiley Face Guy and Automatic, it's a big risk. I know it's because you guys don't know the details. It's going to be tough to explain. It's a big risk for some of these established artists to do tournament items because their items are going to get in the game pretty much no matter what, right? You don't need a tournament ticket to help push it through. And for them, it's a huge risk because typically speaking, they make a lot less when they do tournaments. So I have to give them a huge shout out. Thanks to Valve for letting us organize it in a way that we could actually give them a good chunk of money, especially considering how the prize pool went. I feel like the artists are actually pretty happy this time around, which is not usually the case for tournaments. So thanks to that. Also, thanks to the website team, Buka, PPZ, iMeister. You guys have been a huge help overall with all the website stuff. We have some updates coming on that soon as well. Huge thanks to Sajidine that's been doing production, our production quality master, basically streaming everything that we've been seeing, and my terrible camera work. Also thanks to Chris, Maruna, Conrad, Gurgle, W200Me, Neil, and syndereN for being awesome. And last but not least,
I got mentioned. Woo!
Barely. Last but not least, thanks to the viewers. Without you guys, obviously, just like the artists and the sponsors, this would not have been possible. It's basically a trifecta of amazingness. You guys have
thanks to SUNSfan.
Yeah, you guys have been a huge help as far as feedback is concerned, and we feel very loved and appreciated. We really, really appreciate it. If you have any extra feedback, just for now, before the actual thread, you can follow syndereN at syndereN Dota, myself at SUNSfan TV, and I guess that's it. That's my whole list. Thanks to Valve for being awesome at everything.
You also mentioned that already. Why did they get 2 shoutouts? I want 2 shoutouts.
Okay, it's just we're avoiding the number 3. It's all that matters for them.
Okay, shout out to Valve. You've been awesome.
All right, and we're hoping that we can do another season of Captain's Draft, but obviously stuff like this takes a lot of planning and it's never guaranteed. So we appreciate the support, guys. This has been a huge success in our eyes, and we're hoping you feel the same. syndereN, it's been a pleasure, friend. I know we banter left and right, but I think people can basically tell that we're pretty genuine in our disgust for each other, so that's appreciated as well.
Yeah, that's the most important thing, is that people don't draw that from this tournament, that we like each other, because that's really important. That you know that we are worst friends.
Pretty much, exactly.
And it needs to stay that way.
All right, so until next time, friends, SUNSfan and syndereN signing out. Thanks a lot.